quite simply from my aspect, there's a couple of things that I'd like to see you do. Very similar to Dad, that weight's well out on your heels.
Right, yep.
Okay, so balance point is on balls arches of your feet, so that's where we're athletic and
Yep.
we can get moving.
Yep.
So then your arms sort of tuck in.
Yep.
Okay, so they will want to move out.
Yep.
So when we're talking rotational
Yep.
force.
Yep.
So what will happen there is you're really stuck.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
really going to be trying to get away from yourself, for want of a better term.
Yeah.
So now your bum's moved into where it should
Yeah,
be
yeah.
with your balance point, but your arms have gone out because they just clearly can't come back into the
Right,
same
yeah,
place,
yeah.
otherwise they'll hit you. So the wonderful thing that their brains does is then starts to get you moving out of the way, so you end up with your hip going backwards.
Yeah.
Now, if you tried to throw a ball like that, we're
Yeah.
probably not going to be too successful. You know, I want your hip to be out over there.
Yeah.
Now, cause and effect. If I get you in a better shape here, magically then we can work on that and it'll
Yeah,
make
yeah,
it a lot
yeah.
easier. So we'll start to shallow that out. Interestingly enough, you've moved the ball back to try and compensate
Yeah.
for that, and I want to move it actually forward
Okay, yeah.
for two reasons. The lowest point of the golf swing is underneath your left armpit. So, in other words, we're always going to be hitting down on it.
Yep.
That's no problem. But the further it goes back, the steeper you're going to hit down on,
Right.
the
Yeah,
worse
it
the
makes
quality
sense.
of
Yeah, yeah.
contact,
Yeah.
and you're going to have to go backwards to get the golf ball.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about that at the moment. All I want to do is get you a bit of distance. You're going to feel miles away from this golf ball. And I'm going to really emphasise pushing into that left hip.
Okay.
So we essentially, the age-old question, what starts the downswing? Basically pushing down. Okay,
okay, yep.
so we actually push down, and like throwing a ball, like hitting a ball,
Yep, yep.
any other motion, we push down and then we push up with that left hip.
Yep.
So push it up out of the ground. So in other words, we're using the ground much more effectively than what you're using at the moment. But I've got to get this stuff over on this side on that
Okay,
screen
yep.
better to get you in a much better place. So, you know, when we put it in full motion, it's a good aggressive move. I like it. I really do. The slowing down thing is an interesting one from a pure physiological standpoint. Slowing down, we think slowing down helps us. When we feel it's fast, it's out of sequence.
Yeah,
So
right,
therefore
that
the
makes
club
sense,
slows
yeah.
down, right? But when it's in sequence, it feels like it's slow and the club moves quicker. So what we've got to do is get you in sequence, and the only way we can do that is give you some room to move and get your body moving properly.
Cool. Sounds good.
Does that
Yep.
make sense?
Yep.
All right.